What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. My name's Chase, and this is That Sounds Terrible. Today's episode, we are going to take a look at the Marshall Origin 20. That thing right there. Now, I've had that guitar amp for several years now, and I haven't used it in probably a year, maybe a little more. Mostly because I have, plenty of other amps to play through, and I just kind of wanted to get back to kind of my roots, so to speak. I just wanted to do something different, just to kind of show you don't have to have, a $1,500, a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 amp to get some really good tones. So I'm going to go back to one of my first rigs that gave me that high gain saturated tone that I was looking for. And that is a Marshall Origin 20. And that's the Diezel VH4 preamp pedal there. And I'm going to use the super overdrive to kind of boost the pedal. Basically the same thing you would do with like a tube screamer in front. Same thing can happen here. So that's kind of what we're going with. A lot of people like the Diezel amps. They're very tight. I've already got it kind of dialed in. And it's where I typically run that pedal. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and reset it, just to kind of go to a normal, I guess you would say, settings are here or whatever. I'm going to use the SD1 as a clean boost. That's why it's set the way it is. And yeah, so that'll be kind of what we're going to do. Now, obviously, my Marshall Origin 20 is slightly different. I'll post some pictures up here as well. I decided to mod my amp during the early days of the pandemic. I had some free time when I wasn't at work. I didn't get to stay home, but I decided to mod the amp, and that's where the pictures will show. So I put a clear acrylic face on the front of it, and I decided to get bored, and I put in some lights. So, as you guys can see, we got some cool little effects going on. Change the brightness and make it brighter. Yeah. So, we got just a couple of different little things you can do with it. Nothing too crazy. Slow it down, speed it up. So, anyways, we got some fancy lights in it. Let me put it on red. And we'll turn it back down a little bit. But anyways, so we got lights in it, and I thought it looked cool. I wanted something different. And the Origin 20 is a very, very clean amp. There's a lot you can do with this particular amp. Now, I know Head First Amplification, I think his name's Jason. He does an incredible sounding mod to the amps. You can find his videos that show you how to do that. I know Truck Driver Sean got the 50-watt version and had Shamanamith mod his. So there's definitely a good thing in having a great pedal platform or a building platform. And that's what I enjoy about this amp. So getting back to where I wanted some of those high gain sounds on a more budget friendly, cost, this is kind of the best thing that I could go with. So I am going to, I guess we'll just pick a guitar. I'm feeling the Dave Mustaine V. We're going to go with green. Let's make the amp green too. Yeah. So that'll work. Get the amp going green. Yeah, let's go ahead and get everything hooked up. And we'll be right back. All right, you guys. So we've got the Dave Mustaine Signature Kramer Vanguard Alien Tech Green. That's going to go into the Diezel VH4 and the SD1, which is going into the front of the Marshall Origin 20. All that goes into the ISO cab, which is loaded up with a Jensen Raptor 100 and the Jensen Nighthawk 75. Two Shure SM57s, and that's going to be our rig for today. So let's go ahead and go. know what? That thing sounds incredible. It really brings me back to just kind of getting started into the big high gain amps. It's got a really good sound, especially when it's boosted with the SD1. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Tool, so you know Adam Jones's sound on 10,000 Days kind of led me down that path. That's a rabbit hole in itself, but I think he uses a micro amp to boost with a clean boost. So that's kind of what the SD1 is doing here. It's just it sounds incredible. Yeah, it's got a crushing tone, man. So that's the Marshall Origin 20 in green over there. And the Diezel VH4. It's a really incredible little setup, man. So you can get ginormous sounding tones out of something much cheaper. That's decent. I would take this on a gig all day long. It's doable. It's definitely workable. In the room, I've got it hooked up to my Mojitone Twin Canyon cab with a electric lightning and a Fane F70. So that's what you're hearing on the room mic. That's what that is. And then, of course, you know, my Jensen Raptor and the Nighthawk for the other ones. But the clean tones on this amp, everything is on the amp is dialed at noon. The tilt, the gain, everything. The only thing that's not at noon is the master volume, and it is set to 3. Yeah, it's at 3. So, well, let me turn that off. So that's the cleans, that's the high gain. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought, because I think I'm going to make a little series out of this amp, just because I haven't used it in a while, and it's a lot of fun playing with old gear. So I think I'm going to try some other preamp pedals with this thing and see what else we can get it to sound like. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think, and if I have a pedal that you should, or you want me to test it out with. You know what I mean. Anyways, see you in the next one.